Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Xynthia, and as you can see, my little character design is a little different. I decided to make one for the Christmas season, you know, to just sort of match that, because, you know, I did a little costume for Halloween, so I thought, you know, might as well give my little avatar like a Christmas hat and a scarf and kind of a sweater shirt, although you can't see it as well because of the scarf, but that's fine. But yeah, anyway, today's video is going to be me playing part 1 of the 2.7 Honkai Star Rail quest. I don't know how long the quest will be. It might be kind of like Genshin's quest, because I feel like since this is at the very end of the story, it might not be very long, but we'll see about that. But before we get into things, I wanted to claim my free character. Now, people might have noticed that I have, because yesterday I was pulling for Sunday, so if you watch that video, there'll be a little card up in the corner if you didn't, because I would recommend watching that for just like the sheer luck, or just the sheer amount of pulls I was able to do. I didn't realize I'd had that many saved up, but anyway, not to brag though, but in that video, there was like a little brief period where I was going through my characters, and people would have seen that I already have Japard, Bronya, Yenching, and Clara. So I don't have Himiko, Bailu, or Welt. And I've talked about that I really do want Welt, and that was in another video where I was talking about the fact that I pull for a lot of imaginary characters. So my thing is, I don't think I want Welt at this point, because I just don't need more imaginary characters. I literally just got Sunday. Himiko, I have Himiko's light cone, so I feel like it could be a good idea to go for her, especially since I also don't have like a fire DPS yet. Well, I have Hook, but I don't want to build or use Hook. So I feel like Himiko or Bailu, because I've been kind of wanting to put Bailu in my Jing team for double lightning, even though people would say, just put Ting Yun in the team. If you didn't know, I just got Ting Yun for the first time yesterday when I was pulling for Sunday. So she's not built. I mean, Bailu wouldn't be built either. So, I don't know. I feel like I've wanted Bailu more. Even though I have Himiko's light cone, I want Bailu more. So I think we'll go with... I wish they would tell you if you have the character, actually, but... Yeah, it does. It says, like, not owned. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, let's do Bailu. Yay! Also, I just like her design. Like, the purple, well, obviously, well, you can't really see with the hat on, but, like, the purple and the blue and the teal, I like that color scheme, so, yep, alright. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to do. Okay, yeah, we have Bailu, whatever. I also wanted to do Sunday's aptitude showcase. I haven't done any of these yet, but I think I would just like to do Sundays, so we get a little glimpse of what his kit is like, you know. Also, if I sound congested, apologies. I sneezed like 10 times in a row after I got out of the shower, so I'm hoping I'm not getting sick, because I have work today, and I also have an event, well, 2 events on Saturday, so hopefully. Okay. Causes an ally character and their summon to immediately take action, causes one ally to regenerate a certain percentage of energy, increases an ally character and their summon's damage, crit rate, and crit damage. Yes, he is in the, Jingyuan is in this trial too. They really had no other, it's because we have no other summon characters yet, because that's going to be an Amphorius thing, I think. I don't really know what that does. I have friends texting me. Do not text me right now, I'm busy. Skill, like, basic attack doesn't matter, really. Enables one designated ally in their summon to immediately take action and increases their damage dealt. If the target has a summon, then damage dealt increase is further boosted. After using skill on the Beatified, recovers 1 skill point. When Sunday uses this ability on characters following the Path of Harmony, it cannot trigger the immediate action effect. Ultimate regenerates energy for one designated ally character and turns the target and their summon into the Beatified. The Beatified increases their crit damage. When using skill, increase the target's great. After the second use is the first time somebody uses an ability on an ally target, next battle target damage dealt increases. Okay, so just a bunch of boosting damage.
We're in trouble now.
Yes.
Evil's begun.
Okay, I don't know if I want to use her thing
Follow my
yet.
charge. Conflict is pitiless.
Yeah, genuine.
Nap time.
Here we can.
Serenity stands clear before me.
There's no time to lose.
Okay, let's also do this.
Mortal form. I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
Ooh.
Here is thunder.
Okay, still don't have. Oh wait, I got it. This one.
Time for the master.
It's like I didn't get his energy regen, but
Heed my
he got it
word.
right at the end of there, so let's
Show
use it
no
now.
mercy.
Right before his thing. Okay, yeah, whatever. Let's watch it go. Boom. It's a lot of damage. We'll grab.
1,000 wonders to raise your spirits. Good omens. Fight as one.
Oh, her voice sounds different. Not that it really matters, but I do know what her voice sounds like, even though I don't have her.
Conflict is pitiless.
I think they changed it because Fugue's voice actor is different.
Naughty children, don't listen. All better now? Better late than never.
Oh wait, I want. Would they show me? Okay, just a second. Oh, they just have like ability and light cone. Yeah, I know he has this, but I wanted to see his like. If I could see what set he's on, but I don't think I can. Well, no, I know what set he's on. I want to know what relics, planar ornament set he would be on.
Torment without bid you farewell.
Follow my charge. Here
Okay.
is thunder.
Oh yeah, okay, I see how this works. I kind of forgot about the beatified.
Time for the master.
Or not the beatified, I kind of forgot
Radiant
about the
spirit.
summon part.
Heed my word. Show no mercy.
It's like, oh yes, it causes his summon to also immediately take damage. Take action, wow. So good, so good. Awesome. Alright. That was fun. Alright, we have all that. I know there's Cosmic Home Decor Guide. I'll look into that later, don't really care. I want to do the mission. That's what I want to do. Oh, we need to look at the fact that I have Bailu now. I need to level up her and Tingyun at least to 20 to get that the extra pass, but I don't really want to do that right now, so we'll focus on that later. I was gonna focus on the Inner Astral Guide thing later as well, because my assignments aren't done yet, so. Okay, I don't know what team this is. I just like having Robin and Sunday in the same team, so I think. So I need to go to the Astral Express. Oh, it's like big now. Look at that. Whoa. Ooh. Wait. No, let's go to the. I feel like, okay, the parlor car is where we usually are. We haven't been to the party car yet. I want to look at. I want to see I want to see like what it looks like when you walk into it. Hey, I am free today. Time to go check it out then. Okay, this way. I kind of understand why the pets don't float like they do in Genshin, but sometimes I kind of wish it floats because I'm like, I feel like I'm kicking it all the time. Like, the Tuskbear does not deserve that. Okay, hello everyone. I'm here. Welt. I don't want to hear what you have to say.
Amphorius, the eternal land.
Oh, Don Hung. I did actually hear that there was potentially some problem with the audio recording or something, so some of the voice actors might not have voiced lines, which they didn't even actually animate him talking, which is honestly, like, kind of ahead of their time. There's no record of this world in the databank, not even a mention of its name.
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said. It's a world hidden away from outside observation, with a presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection. It's mysterious, all right. You haven't been with us on the Express very long. Will the journey be too much for you to handle?
No, it's no sweat. There's no need to be nervous. I understand that it may be difficult for us today to wrap our heads around the idea that there's a world Akivili didn't venture into, but a journey like that was only routine to the Express crew back then. After all, to trailblaze is to explore the universe's boundaries.
We should consider Pom-Pom's opinion, too. They don't know we're considering Amphorius as a destination.
Sure, I'll take care of it. That said, Pom-Pom usually stays out of discussions about destinations. The final decision will likely still be on us to make. In that case, we better take time to think it over.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try with the voices.
Amphorius over, we've still got a fuel problem to solve.
That's what I thought, too. Alright then. For now, I'll let Miss Black Swan know that we're considering the Eternal Land as a destination. Seeing how this is going to be an unusual adventure, it'd be good for us to take some time to make preparations for the journey. Meanwhile, I'll see if I can't find out more about Amphorius from our allies before we depart.
In other words, we won't be leaving Penacony anytime soon.
It's okay, we still need to talk to Sunday and be like, hey bro, what's going on?
Or we could also revisit our previous stops to make sure that the astral charts and navigation routes are all functioning fine. I wonder if the hole in the Tychean Stadium has been repaired.
I've never been there. Okay. The Express has been on the go almost the whole time since we left the space station. We've barely had any time to catch our breath. Let's take this as an opportunity to wrap up our vacation instead and make the most out of this break. At this moment, people still haven't expected this vacation to be so fulfilling. The witness the Grand Ancestral War Dance during this moment of leisure, also complete arts promise made by a genius. What? And those made again, including not only friends but also foes. Oh, switching to Sunday's POV. Wait, that's great. Several weeks later, Golden Hour Penacony.
Creating chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability, if you ask me.
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably better off spending it on getting actual work done.
They say this is all part of ongoing investigations. Is there even any point to doing this? The threat's long been neutral. They're just putting on a show. I mean, look at us. This sudden surge in inter-family cooperative efforts. It's nothing but a pretense for those outsiders, isn't it?
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Now I'm curious. Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while ago really a result of trouble within the Oak family?
Unfortunately, maybe.
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos is also a means to maintaining social stability?
I feel like I've heard this guy's voice before. Suspicious. I mean, he's probably voiced NPCs and other places, that's probably why.
Who knows who's been fanning the flames? But there are a dozen rumors going around out there, each one more outlandish than the last.
Oh, I've heard those. Conspiracy theories about how the IPC had orchestrated everything and... what was it again? That the chaos was only quelled because of an accident?
An accident?
Makes no sense. So what's the lowdown?
I mean, like Aventurine's death?
Oh, the truth has probably been long buried under all
Though
the
he didn't really die.
All I can say for sure is that someone's taken the rap for it.
You mean the former Oak family head?
For Sunday.
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled. Since then, not a single soul's seen him. Heck, forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive.
I mean, I didn't know if he was still
But not
alive.
scared.
I just assumed he was until,
For all
like,
we know, we
that
might have
scene
watched
with
something
Jade
go
at the end
down
of
in
the
history, like what happened to the Black Plum
previous
family back then,
quest on Penacony.
without even
I've heard
Realizing it.
another
Sorry, I
theory
accidentally
about
skipped
that
ahead.
family head, though. I beg your pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour
Sirs.
in the meantime.
What happened? Is this because of the Stellaron? Jeez. Are we Penaconians never gonna dream in peace again?
There is no cause for alarm, sir.
How
The
do they not know
Stellaron
it's
has already been
it's
seen.
Sunday?
This is just a routine inspection.
I know he's
Move to
supposed to have a
hide secure.
hood on his outfit, so maybe it's his hood is up.
Please rest assured that the family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
I see. We'll leave the two of you to your work then.
His hood is not up. How do you not know that's Sunday? That is him.
Excuse me, sir. Have we met before?
I don't know what it's talking about.
Oh,
Weary passerby. Aw, he's just a weary passerby.
do you recall when or where we might have met?
My bad. I must be mistaken. Sorry about that. Sweet dreams to both of you, sirs.
I will say some of the audio recording and mixing is kind of weird sounding, but I do know, I think there's probably been there's like stuff going on with voice actors in
You
Genshin.
sure have a knack for stirring up trouble.
Kind of wouldn't surprise
Of
me
all
if
the routes
Star Rail was
available,
having a similar
you had
issue.
to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Oh, he's using the Harmony's power of disguise, obviously. I mean, that does explain it at least, and it's not just like, oh, they don't recognize him because he has new clothes. It's like, his face is the same.
Spare a thought for me, will you? Just being in your company is plenty enough to get me into trouble, Mr. Prime Fugitive of Penacony.
And that is exactly why I need you with me. You're the only one I can rely on in Penacony now.
Just this
The
random,
only one you can rely on.
I forget what they're called. They're members of the Alfalfa family, but I don't think that's what they're called. Oh, Pepeshis. Some of them are.
What about her?
At least she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
What a shame, huh?
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you. I've seen plenty like you, eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way you'll feel better. As though the more they condemn you, the more likely you can rectify your mistake.
Take you to task.
That said, if I'd really wanted to hit you where it hurts, I'd use a different approach. Like a show of sympathy, for example.
You're right. I won't deny that.
She should still be in Penacony. Aren't you going to look for her?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know why, considering your vested interest in reading my thoughts. I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
Oh,
All right.
Poor Sunday.
Then let's keep going. Helping a fugitive return to their home.
Sunday? Oh,
So
sorry.
exciting.
I have Sunday in the party. Oh, I wonder if they didn't put him in the party because mine's already maxed out, as you guys may or may not remember. Just a quick glimpse. I got his light cone, and I have all his traces maxed out. Then I have these really bad boots on it. I haven't leveled these boots. I don't know. I said this. I don't know what stats he wants. But part of the problem is I don't really have... I don't have any speed on him, do I? Oh, I have this. This is literally the only thing that has speed. Okay, that's kind of a problem then. Maybe he would want speed boots then, just because of the fact I don't have. Oh, I don't know. All right, let's go. Sprinting. But anyway, how I know where I'm about to approach this, but how are people doing? Did you guys get your Spotify Wraps if you use Spotify? I got mine.
I see 2 bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair from earlier.
But my top artists for 2024 on Spotify were Stray Kids, The Boys, Hoyo Mix, Mamoru Miyano, and Uchida Yuma. So if people are just wondering, that's me. And then my top song was Stars and Raindrops from that one Stray Kids album that Seungmin sings because I really like that song.
What's happening at Ideen Park?
Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
What do you see? Nothing.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very tall.
That would be him talking to me for real. I'm not very tall at all.
Remind me, why do I have to make this trip with you again?
We've been through this. You're the only one I can turn to now.
Why is this the only person you can turn to though? Like, why is this Pepeshi someone he trusts?
Besides, we once lived a cat and dog existence. Embroiling you in my affairs won't weigh on my conscience.
Well, you certainly don't have much of one if you can bring yourself to say something like that.
Wow.
Yet you will repay this favor all the same. After all, you're only alive today because of me.
Oh, really?
You owe me that much.
Give a exposition for us.
Holy moly. Can you get any more conceited?
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive and helped you escape the jaws of death.
Okay, well, it's just getting explained. I don't know if I like that means of explanation, but alright.
When you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future, I did everything within my power to help you safeguard your position in the family.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. Still, it's one thing to repay a favor, quite another to knowingly put myself in harm's way. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to Penacony? Is this an IPC mission? Did they make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something like that?
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not
This
reaped
was
in a day.
that scene I was talking
And
about
if there's
earlier.
one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer.
She only left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free. As for whether I can afford the price of my freedom, I'll only know when I find out what it is.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC's debt.
True
I'll
enough.
cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, there's still some time before that payment is due. So why not exercise the right to freedom that I've just regained?
By walking straight into a trap?
Or by making amends for past deeds. When it's time to go, this will be farewell for good.
No.
So, before I leave Penacony, I'd like to take some time to look back on all the events that have taken place.
Can't you just look back on it from a distance?
There's something else I want to do too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the order in Penacony wasn't built in a day. This sweet dream is likely to still contain residual traces of the Oak family's influence.
You mean your influence? I mean, it was also partially Gopherwood's fault, so...
Get off your high horse. The other 4 families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
I might have gone astray.
I like how this
Others shouldn't have
Pepeshi
to clean
one
up
week
after
just
my
does not...
mistakes.
It's just like, dude, I legitimately do not care about you or your problems. Get over yourself.
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time. If you fall into the family's hands again, you're done for.
You know how it is. Old habits die hard. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest.
No, not this again.
Trouser creases should be perfectly straight and always aligned with the tips of your shoes. We should always ensure that everything is in order before walking out the door.
I don't know about this, but I was reading, because Star Rail posted something on their Instagram. I'm assuming it's on, like, X/Twitter, too. Excuse me. But it had to do with, like, it was like, oh, look, a diary or whatever, found in, Dewlight Pavilion, which, I mean, I didn't see it when I was in there, but it might have been in another area of Dewlight Pavilion, and it was, like, Sunday, it was supposed to be, like, parts of Sunday's diary from, like, childhood to adulthood, and he, like, mentioned this whole thing, like, the tie should be on the center line, the shirt must not protrude from the vest, all that stuff, and he was like, it is kind of nice to have everything all in order, and I was like, he didn't really start out caring as much about the orderliness and tidiness of things, but it was just kind of, like, thrust upon him, which, sad, yeah, And then, of course, there was a part of the diary that, like, made me sad and almost cry, because it was, like, talking about the bird, you know, that he and Robin tried to rescue, but then it's at the part where it talks about, like, the bird, fell and, like, broke its wings. There were, like, tear stains on the page, and I was like, I can't do this.
The same applies when bidding my home farewell, too.
Aw. He just wants to say goodbye.
What has Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder's one of your disguises.
I'm not that old.
Oh, come on. Take a joke, will ya?
He's like, I'm old, but how old is he? He strikes me as a man who's like almost 30 or in his 30s. I don't know. Hello, everyone. It's me, Sunday.
Sorry, but park facilities are out of order. Refurbishment works are currently underway. Please come back again later.
That sounds familiar.
I'm aware of the situation. You can skip the report.
What? What are you talking about? I mean, Mr. 1 Week. Please excuse me. I should have recognized you earlier. I must be more tired than I realized.
I want to know what's going on in there. You'll tell me, won't you?
There's nothing much to say, actually. We Bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are. My guess is that it's simply part of the aftermath of the Stellaron incident.
Aftermath?
The Stellaron incident.
You are?
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. He works for me. You don't know him?
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. We have Workday in 1 week. What is going on here?
Oh, I see. Pardon my ignorance, sir. Coming back to the topic of the park, let's just say that it has been recently observed that certain behaviors are not tolerated around here.
Why are the windows doing that in the background? Can you guys see that? I saw like there's another part of the building that was kind of blah, 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 like that. It's fine. It's not really that big of a deal.
What happens if you violate the prohibitions?
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be taken. It's kind of difficult to explain. Maybe you'd like to see for yourself?
Yeah, that works. Can you keep watch over the entrance? We'll go in and have a look for ourselves.
Please take these notes with you. They may come in handy.
Notes. Man, I hate being
said
congested.
That just now. It'll only make us look suspicious.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be more suitable for you.
Mr. Workday.
Why are we here? You managed this park before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then. To become the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, I'd gone under Mr. Gopherwood's tutelage. We were taking a walk in the park like any other day, when he suddenly hit on the idea to have me manage the park. Within the domain he demarcated, my every word would hold the force of law. In hindsight, that was probably the first time that I enforced order.
You rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that you must have done a pretty good job.
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things. Fortunately, the tourist thought of it as nothing more than a spell of merrymaking.
Was that his way of training you?
Perhaps he was just using an approach with lighter consequences to show me what he'd learned in life. that there is never an ideal paradigm when it comes to rules. If the enforcer is incapable of introspection, then even regulations once laid down with the noblest of intentions will eventually become defiled.
You can't force people to do everything, which is funny. Also in like the little diary thing they showed on Instagram. Well, I saw it on Instagram because I don't have X, but it said something, it mentioned when he was like given the opportunity to manage ID Park, and he was like, maybe if I make people stop putting trash in trash cans, something interesting will happen. And I was like, buddy, that's so goofy. What the heck?
Because
he was just a kid back then, right? He just wanted to see what would happen.
The distorted after echoes of the Order will only add to the chaos.
Let's see what we have on these notes.
The notes, okay. Ideen Park investigator, whatever. Investigation rules. I'll write down what I've noticed for now. I'll go over things when I meet the others later. No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage. Be kind to birds. Do not discard trash in trash cans. Exact that thing. Yeah. Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. I think Sunday's like moving around in the background. Handstand walks on flower beds are prohibited. Attention, contacts that have not been mentioned are not necessarily safe. They just have not yet been reviewed.
No consumption of food except for burgers. What?
That thing got stuck. Based on the rules, investigate the unusual occurrence. Someone is consuming something other than a burger? Oh, there's ice cream.
Consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Please tell me you didn't make this rule.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner for things, instead of shoving and jostling people around.
What happens if I break the rule?
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measures will be enforced.
Try me.
Wait, don't!
Don't do it! In a blink of an eye, the ice cream vanished in Wanweek's stomach. Vanished into Wanweek's stomach.
So, where are those corrective measures?
That's odd.
Didn't I tell ya? The family can take care of the issue without you having to get involved. Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out.
The stage.
Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage. A surprisingly reasonable rule.
And an easy one to test. Neither of us is part of the cast or a crew member. Let's try it out.
Alright, let's see what happens. Based on the rules, investigate the unusual occurrence. Oh! Ha.
Let's try that again.
Let's not. I don't think it's gonna work.
What's going on?
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound mentioned.
There we
It's
go.
exactly what I would have done back then.
You've been iron-fisted since you were little, haven't you?
It sounds a little weird when you say it like that, but I understand what he
Wait a
means.
sec. If this is how violations are corrected, then everything that I ate just now?
I tried to warn you.
Oh no! He's gonna like a drunken commonly by side vomit a sliver of rainbow. I forgot that their barf is rainbows here.
How do you feel?
Now, I'm feeling murderous.
Oh,
In any
calm down.
case, say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing. Not when I'm the cause of all this trouble in Ideen Park. There's no need to involve the Dream Leaders. I'll fix these distortions once and for all.
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. All distortions have their roots. We'll be able to trace them to the source once they manifest. Breaking a few rules will do. We just need to make sure that the corrective measures that will be implemented aren't too much for us to handle. When a distorted after echo manifests to correct us, I'll be able to pinpoint its whereabouts. Then, I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
The power of tuning, because now he's harmony, not order.
Can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now?
I can go this way. Rules are made to be broken. Oh, I can look at this. Cool. Play Golden Capsule Machine. Yeah, let's play a
Please
game.
do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. The Dream Jolt troupe, where? Are they hiding or something?
Okay. There's another one over here. Oh. Oh. Oh, I have to find the Dream Jolt troupe. Oh, here's one.
Oh, there it is. Found a good hiding spot, didn't ya? Come on, let's buy some bottle caps from it.
Just one moment.
Sunday places some alfalfa credits in front of Bubble Hound.
Let me translate that for you. Who are you trying to pay with your spare change?
He's like, I don't know how much it costs. Sunday has placed even more alfalfa credits.
I'm afraid you're going to have to handle this if it isn't enough.
Handle this? Handle what? Wait, is that really all you've got on you?
May I remind you that I am currently on the run?
He's like, I'm broke. Usual troop lets it out. Terse shouts and moves closer, pointing to soda bottle caps on the ground.
Luck's on our side. Looks like we scraped together just enough.
But now Sunday's broke. What is he gonna do? Soul Glad bottle cap. So I think now I can...
Shall we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens?
I say we do it. Let's give it a... let's give it a... Yeah. Yeah, let's try. Everybody dance. Music is a banger. Cat jam. Yay, a capsule.
Nothing's off so far. Maybe we should open the capsule?
Okay, let's see what happens. You shouldn't have done that. Since warnings have proven futile, punishment is now inevitable. That's so creepy. What do you mean?
They can't be seriously going that far, right? No. Hey, look out!
Oh. Luckily, I have, I think, a pretty good team for this.
The harmony will soon play in unison.
Yes. Okay. Except for Sunday's stupid boots.
Follow my charge. Here is thunder.
Yeah, he's in a pretty good position.
Bid you farewell.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
And then we'll use this.
Time for the master stroke.
It's a lot of skill points, though.
Heed my
I mean, I
word.
guess it makes sense when he uses the skill point on the beatified, he gains it back. Imagine what this will be like when he has his light cone leveled up. Because I have Genuine's light cone now. Okay.
It's of no consequence.
Oh no, he's gonna die.
I can't thank you enough.
There's no time to lose.
Literally have no skill points. Okay.
Please, quiet down.
I think I'm going to do this.
Tonight, souls shall embrace. Tonight, the stars echo because
She says
of
tonight twice in her burst thing. Okay, I don't really need to use...
Here is thunder.
Didn't use his burst again.
Time for the master stroke. Radiant spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy. Receive divinity. repay.
Okay. Don't know if that was necessary.
Nothing major.
I was gonna assume fly into the sky together. I'm gonna guess that's because I had Robin and Sunday in the same team.
Did they have to do that? They could have just recalled the capsule.
Perhaps making the attractions no longer just attractions is another corrective measure?
Aren't the rules being too finicky with words?
I don't know, buddy.
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
Okay, there's the thing over here. Looks like one of the garbage cans. Yeah.
Do not discard trash in trash cans. This is absurd. Did you make this rule too?
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes. I was no exception.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Well, what do you suggest we throw in?
Anything will do. Oh. I have credit. Let's do a classic Soul Glad. I only have 3, but...
Something's happening.
Oh. Golden trash. Whoa.
What is this? A woodcutter's trash can?
Enough. The location of the distortion is nearby.
Okay. Is it? Ooh, discernment tuning. The after echoes of order, once distorted, only add to the chaos. As a tuner, Sunday can easily discern where the harmony of dreamscapes has been disrupted. So I just have to use, like, my... Well, it just says go over here, but maybe if I go, like... Ooh, look at that. That's cool. It's over here. Oh, I can only see it when I'm doing that. Okay.
There it is. Huh. It does look somewhat like you.
How does that look like? How does that look like Sunday? It's just a ball of light.
Time for it to disappear for good.
Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary. All creatures endowed with eyes bear souls of equal worth.
He kind of pops off at the whatever he says.
Worked. The IPC totally should have sent someone to keep an eye on you. Aren't they worried that you might make a comeback in Penacony and grow a new pair of wings?
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
Oh, so yeah, okay.
That's true. Come to think of it, you had always been in the spotlight.
So he
As a
has no
respected
wings on
member
his
of the
back
elite
anymore, is that what
leader.
people are saying?
When was the last time you fell into the mud? All the way back during your childhood days?
Sometime before I turned 6. Like most boys would, I tried to fly with my ear feathers, only to fall into a pit. I almost broke my halo.
Wait, where did his halo go? That was also in the little diary thing. I guess it's all gonna come out eventually during the quest, like everything that was in that diary that they posted
That was
about.
sarcasm, in case you didn't realize. But whoa, you actually remember something like that?
I don't remember things that happened before I was 6.
Never forget times of failure. It's only human nature.
True.
Ugh, you're probably the only one who'd consider something like that a failure.
I mean, he didn't fly, so it's kind of a failure, I would think. Pledge, between pledge and something. Oh, let's look at what I've achieved then. Win one battle with a team that includes both Robin and Sunday. Yep, that's what I thought. And then this one is between pledge and forgettance. Rules are made to be broken. Make sure to protect your pledges lest they get stolen. Soothe the After Echo, Nadine Park, and Sunday's POV. Okay, alright. Let's keep going. It's over there, I guess. Yeah, oh, I see the notes pointing toward it. It's really only useful if you... I should come over here. Is this thing like... Whew. Okay. Oh. I was gonna investigate it, but cutscene, I guess. There's like no one here. Oh wait, yeah, because they're not letting people
What is it
here.
this time?
Just looking back.
No.
But nothing's there.
There are things there 1 week. There's just no people because people aren't allowed here
That's
right
the
now.
whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh. It's as if it all only happened yesterday. When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles. I'm glad for this chance to look back on my past in this way. Come now. We should go. This will be a long farewell.
Hey, I'm all for a lot of Sunday content, you know? Okay, I need to look for this. Okay, I think I still need to go this way. It looks like. Further. This way. Oh.
So, where are we heading next?
OT Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though. It might be better to take a quieter route.
I see.
I don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family is currently investigating.
Welt, stay out of this. No, okay.
You okay?
Oh, this people see him as an Intellitron.
I'm fine. The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda?
Okay, that's
Thanks
weird.
for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Hold on.
I'd be like, why are you talking like that? Hey, Welt is not so
Sweet
easily
dreams are
tricked.
technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
It's like, I don't think Welt is so easily fooled, even by the Harmony's power.
That was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why is he still in Penacony? We needn't change our plans because of him. But be sure to keep your guard up. I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon Penacony while I was in captivity the last few days. Come now.
I thought
It's
it had
time
been
we set
months.
off.
Maybe it had only been
Let's
days.
not stick too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do.
Okay, I guess I need to go this way. Okay. Maybe he wants to run out in front of oncoming
Seems I
traffic.
let my wishful thinking get the best of me. Will you at least give me a chance to explain?
I will, but before I do, put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
I like this. Ooh, I like this. Just the ooh, yes. I need this for I need this for it looks so good.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing any dangerous incantations.
The two imaginary harmony and imaginary nihility fighting it out. Duel to the death. I'm kidding.
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression of me.
Aw.
Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent. Penacony will never experience the Order again, either.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value, not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer me. What are you doing here?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week. We found ourselves an ally.
Sunday unreservedly shares his story with Walt. Yeah, okay. Saves me the trouble of having to click through that.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able to move around freely in Penacony, I have 1 week to thank for that. As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regrets?
He's like, I don't know if I believe you. Fair enough, though. He did deceive us all.
Agreed. But until you leave Penacony for good, you're to stay by my side.
You have my gratitude.
I left my home in a hurry, too. I know how it feels. That said, I can't make this call by myself. My companions need to know about this, too.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony, too?
Come with me. We'll go find them. You come along, too.
Okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
1 week is just not impressed no matter what happens. I'm tired of your attitude! Go see Welt and his companions. But there's stuff over here. Okay, I guess it's just... I don't know why I have to keep using that. There's no point in that.
They should be somewhere nearby.
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me. Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express have departed to continue on its trailblazing journey? Why have you and your companions stayed behind in Penacony? Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
Aw.
And if that were indeed the case?
He's like, then I want to make
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
There's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain unusual passenger.
A passenger?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart.
It's Fugue. You're right. Tingyun.
By passenger, do you mean this lady here?
Yes.
Or these ladies?
These nuts? Okay.
This... how?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge problem.
Yeah, no kidding. What the heck is going on? Why are there so many Tingyuns? Meanwhile, the Radiant Feldspar...
Isn't it fascinating how variables never fail to find their way into the lives of organic life forms?
What is... Wait, I was about to ask what is Skrullum doing here. I'm like, he's always like... He's near the... It's where the Divergent Universe is, so never mind. Skrullum! When will he be playable? I'll see stuff that's like, oh yeah, he's still... People are still... Like, the Hoyoverse is still working on releasing him, and I'm like, I kind of understand that they probably kind of want to build up hype for him before they release him. Like, he's just one of those secret characters, but I'm like, it's been a while now, guys, come on. Neither did I expect to see you here in Penacony, Mr. Skrullum. I had assumed the Genius Society wasn't invited to the festivities.
I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion: there is likewise a downside to pursuing reason.
I would say that you don't always need to pursue reason. I'm sure if all of you geniuses showed up to the Charmony Festival, things would have been very much different.
I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your next destination.
How does he know that? They did suggest a destination, but that was all. Did you hear this from Madame Herta? It's a world beyond the knowledge of the Nameless, after all. I wrote to her hoping that the all-encompassing erudition could provide us with some information. I see, so that's how he knows, because she wrote to her. At least they explain things. I go, how does he know? And then they explain it, and like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Could there be more to it?
Yes, there is something else. Miss Black Swan said Amphorius is a world influenced by 3 paths, and the erudition is one such path.
Logic. The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror.
You're right. So this has to be related to the Emanators, or perhaps even the Eons. That's why I wanted to know if the geniuses had any clue about it.
It's a pity we do not communicate much within the society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence.
Oh.
I have never heard of Amphorius, however.
The Lord of Silence? Madame Herta said the same, but it did pique her interest, so she agreed to do a little digging. My guess is that there's a chance that the Garden of Recollection is behind it. She's always had a keen interest in the Remembrance's technology, after all. It's also thanks to her that we got to make... Oh, what? It's also thanks to her that we got to make Miss Ronmay's acquaintance a while back. We even went into the Kalenga Abyss to bring a Leviathan's carcass back for our new friend. Speaking of her, this is far too much an understatement, but none of us ever expected to see an old friend at Miss Ronmay's.
That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose that's the fate you organic life forms are bound by.
Yeah, a bond that truly runs deep.
So, is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home?
So, okay, because I remember, I think it was when... What part of the story am I thinking of? There was like a part of the story... Oh, I think it was when we were at the war dance on the Cien Show, Lafu. I think Welt and Himiko were doing something with Ron May, and that's where they found Ting Yun. And they've volunteered to bring her back. Yeah, okay. It makes sense now. With a nameless see a point in keeping work and favors apart? It's her request. She hopes to make a brief stop here to reframe her mindset before returning to the Cien Show, considering her unique position with the Alliance.
Looks like this is one exceptional passenger. Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
My companions are with her. They know Miss Ting Yun better anyway. Plus, those youngsters will definitely do a better job than me when it comes to vacations. They're probably having a wonderful time now. Yeah, totally, definitely, and not at all because there are like 50 Ting Yuns.
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on?
Oh.
March?
That's how... It's funny that he chose like a female Intellatron. Like, who is this? Who is this man?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask her instead? She knows how to present things logically.
I don't know if I do. I'm gonna have to break that stereotype you have of me.
Not now. Of all times.
So echoey.
Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Ting Yun for a while.
Like, it kind of makes sense in the place we are,
separating from
but
the rest.
does it need to be that echoey?
Then we ran into something weird.
Did something happen in the dreamscape?
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy. A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but she insisted on us giving it a shot. That's how we got into this problem.
What happened?
We failed the challenge. Terribly.
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So, we had some candy, and we're so happy we rolled around on the ground for a bit before standing up. But once we did, we realized Miss Ting Yun ate the candy too. But she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze. And before we knew it, she multiplied into several Ting Yuns right in front of us.
Rip Ting Yun.
what's your take on this?
The dreamscape is a memoria world. It is likely that candy triggered her hypersensitive mind, causing scattered memory fragments to dissociate and become entities themselves. There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents from time to time in the sweet dream.
Actually, I do think it's interesting that whoever is voicing the Intellitron version of Sunday tried to mimic his, like, cadence of speech.
Mr. Yang? Who's this?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful, or we would have been stopped by the Bloodhounds more than once on our way here. Help me remove my disguise. 1 week.
Or 1 week is the one who can do that? I thought it was Sunday using that power, but I guess it's 1 week.
It's been a while, everyone.
Oh, hey, buddy. Hey.
You! What's going on?
Am I still dreaming?
Everyone, stay calm. I'll explain.
Well, to fill them in on what he's been through. He or, like, Sunday. I don't know who he's talking about, but...
I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest. But to prevent any unforeseen complications, I'll be accompanying him everywhere he goes until he leaves Penacony. Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. You're the heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
That was it. He was a worthy opponent.
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Acheron, and then Miss Ting-Yoon. Why does it seem like Mr. Yang always comes back with some extraordinary guests?
Let's leave this discussion for later.
It's like, it might be because I'm
the...
the...
focusing on returning Miss Ting-Yoon to her...
whatever the...
normal self?
what is it called in Honkai Impact 3rd? Like, what is he? Is something of anti-entropy? I don't remember. Is it Eon? It's not Eon in Honkai Impact 3rd. I don't remember what it's called.
That's not gonna be easy. You'll see what I mean, Mr. Yang. These Ting-Yoons aren't exactly easy to communicate with.
Alright, let's see what she means. Ting-Yoon?
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
Your suggestion? Oh, wait. Which Miss Ting-Yoon are you again?
Okay, I got a text from work. I'm just gonna check real quick. It doesn't look like it's anything that I need to be looking at, really. Okay, they're just talking about opening times for the holiday season.
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Ting-Yoon to come together to form the Ting-Yoon Merchant Guild.
Oh no.
How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper. I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our behalf.
I guess I can consider it. I hope everything goes smoothly for your guild. There. Now do you see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
They're all doing their own thing.
Does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
Huh. Miss Ting-Yoon's got a sense of humor these days.
Hey! You better not be referring to the part about my wits surpassing many others.
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Yes, more specifically the Xianzhou Luofu.
The Luofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Luofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the Eye of the Storm.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
Story for another time. As host of the Dreamscape, do you have any suggestions for fixing this problem?
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Ting-Yuns here.
Alright, let's see what's going on then. Visionary Ting-Yun, okay. A bunch of other Ting-Yuns.
Sounds nice.
Flower enthusiast
People never
Ting-Yun.
forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal. But then again, gifts should be lasting. What about a delightful new bouquet of flowers on the table each day? Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day?
Silver-tongued
That
Ting-Yun.
sounds like a good idea. If
Foodie
we really
Ting-Yun.
want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient feels it. She makes a valid point, too.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Ting-Yuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
So, what do you think, Sonny?
Sunny?
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Oh, don't we sound chummier that way? I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
The problem with Miss Ting-Yun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Ting-Yuns we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Oh, I see.
Okay. You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
I mean, yeah, but it was also very understandable to me, March,
At
okay?
any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it. The only problem is that these Miss Ting-Yuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
One that we can speak with? Oh, I think there is one. But it may take me a while to identify her.
You know, since they all look the same. So many Ting-Yuns. I'm assuming we don't want Money Grabber Ting-Yun. But I guess we can talk to her. She seems completely oblivious to everything else and is just standing there, continuously operating the cash spewer, occasionally letting out an excited laugh.
Why do I feel like it's not gonna be a wise move to interrupt her?
Okay, there was a sleepwalking Ting-Yun.
I'm walking in the street and what a weird dream.
This Miss Ting-Yun looks like she's sleepwalking. Nope, not her.
There's Kitty Ting-Yun.
Huh? You can't fly? Why? I can fly. A long, long time ago, a big girl flew with me really high into the sky. I'll take you next time. Pinky promise? Should we get someone to watch over her?
Nah, I think she's perfectly fine on her own. The childlike innocence that adults have is a lot more resilient than you can imagine.
Even if that's true, it doesn't apply to her.
Okay, I guess we can keep going. Forward? No? Okay, let's see how big this circle is. Oh, I can go, like, to the left, it looks like.
Oh,
Ugh.
were you all looking for me?
Oh. Maybe. Oh, I guess
were
so.
you all looking for me?
Found her. If I remember correctly, this Miss Ting-Yun's trait is...
It's nothing special, really.
Somewhat normal Ting-Yun. So this is also a side of Miss Ting-Yun.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
Worth a try.
I keep accidentally interrupting her.
My lady, if I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
My lady. Ooh, Sunday. Imagine Sunday calling you that. Ooh, okay, sorry. I love Sunday.
You should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even think about taking Miss Ting-Yun hostage.
know that there are 4 pairs of eyes between the 3 of us? What? I'm gonna say that just to be—
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead. 1 week has a higher mastery of the harmony than I do.
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while he performs the tuning.
Oh, no.
There's no need for that. You're acting so sincere. I'm actually surprised.
Are you all right with this, Miss Tingyun?
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best 1 week.
Yeah, 1 week. Perform the tuning. Woohoo! He's trying, but something doesn't seem right. Oh. The Xynthia. The Xynthia incident.
A voice just now?
A voice?
No, I did not. That was just you, my good sir.
Never mind.
Look, it's working.
All the teens are steadily disappearing, I guess.
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Okay, Tingyun. She just materializes.
Tingyun, you're finally back.
She just materializes and looks completely different. Not completely different, but semi-different.
You may be small, but you're pretty amazing.
He's like, oh. Oh.
Huh? What's wrong?
He's like,
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
He's like, I saw something that I didn't like. But I'm guessing it's the whole thing with, like, Xynthia taking over her body or whatever happened.
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
Really? What? He collapsed? 1 week. I don't really care about you, but, like, don't die. Darkness descends before the eyes, reminiscent of the chaos before the birth of the universe. Amidst the chaos, a voice emerged.
Don't be afraid.
Oh, okay.
What is this place? No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone.
Okay. Are we in, like, Ron May's laboratory?
Who are you?
But I feel like the person talking is also Tingyun.
And who am I? Is that where I came from? And where does this path lead?
We're now in, like, Fugues. Oh, okay. Temporarily added. Okay, Fugue was temporarily. Wait. No, I was... Ugh, just let me look at my... No, let me look at my team! No. Yeah, I do temporarily have her. I feel like I should be using a different team then. Isn't she all about, like, break damage and stuff like that? I don't have a break DPS, though. Maybe I'll just replace Robin with Fugue for now. Just to have her in the party. I feel like it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Looks so familiar. Does she want to lead me somewhere?
Maybe. Oh, there's another one. Come back! I want to learn more. I want to see. Okay, can't really see into those windows. Oh, there's a door over here.
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
Unfamiliar mechanic.
That's great.
Unfamiliar researcher.
Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
You're still trying. There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager. Will it even work?
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the logic behind it. But if she says it's possible, then it must be.
Excuse me. Could you tell me where I am?
This is kind of like we're seeing her memories.
Can they not hear me?
Or something? I don't know what we're seeing. We must go on, and there's no time to waste. Oh, okay. A misfortune of survivors. Investigate. Let's see what this is.
Girl is...
Observation log day 6. Though extremely rare, the observed subject has started to provide short answers for some simple questions, even though her cognition is still in a chaotic state. From what has been observed so far, she is not capable of composing long and complex sentences. However, an unbearably intense pain would immediately attack her with high frequency, enough to interrupt her thoughts or even render her temporarily unconscious. The relevant information should be delivered to Madame Ronmei for her to decide whether the observed subject's state should be temporarily numbed before conducting a questioning. Correction. We have temporarily blocked the subject's various senses and are trying as much as we can to alleviate their pain. No further questioning will be made until the body's repair has made some progress. Until then, this is a record of the questions that the observed subject has already answered. What is your name? The subject replied within 3 seconds. Tingyun. Number 2. What did you encounter? The observed subject spent a substantial period of time in rumination before suffering from intense pain and losing their consciousness. After being questioned 4 times, it can be confirmed that the observed subject knows about the related details but struggles to elucidate that knowledge during the limited periods of coherence.
Tingyun.
Oh.
What a familiar name. Do I know her?
Aw.
Don't question
she
Keep moving forward. It's you
God.
again. Who's talking to me?
Is this like in present time, or is this like what she went through while she was I'm just wondering if this is what she went through while she was like unconscious and Ronmei was trying to help her. Oh, I can't look at her. Nah, of course not.
These are...
enemies.
These are wounds left by the destruction.
Oh, okay.
They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
I don't really remember what Ronmei sounds like, so it's like this could be Ronmei talking to her in like within the experiment or like whatever they were doing to her, like the process of healing her, but...
Destruction? I don't understand. Please, who are you? And why won't you show yourself?
I can't go to you. All I can do is wait for you to finish walking this path.
Oy, oy, oy.
You want me to go through here? Do I have to fight it?
There's no need for that. It's too dangerous, and you can't do it anyway. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your own scars.
My scars?
Interesting. Oh.
Wait!
Actually, I think we will have to fight.
Is this called coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before, you're not alone.
Okay, I need to look at... I don't know what her kit does, so... Grants one ally Foxian Prayer, which increases break effect and enables the toughness reduction when attacking enemies that don't have the corresponding weakness types. For Scorch State, Insane basic attack. Right now, you use your focus and prayer attack. Fugue has a higher chance here too. Okay. So I probably should be using.
Things can never go back to how they used to be. Unite our goals.
Follow my charge.
Oh, I didn't realize that was.
Conflict is
Oh yeah, he can break them now. Ooh, super break.
Down, bid you farewell.
here. There's thunder.
Which I don't need to use Tingyun's skill for another couple of turns, so we're good. And she should have the
Let's seize this fine moment.
the enhanced basic attack.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
Serenity stands clear before me.
Yeah.
Here, there's thunder.
Oh, there's a third third round.
Let's.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
Allow me to see you off.
Gotta keep doing this.
Farewell.
So many
Follow my
skills.
charge. Here, there's thunder.
I'm not using Sunday's Burst. I don't really feel like I need to or Ultimate. I don't really feel like I need to at the moment.
Have we met before?
Oh, I don't have enough skill points. Dang. Oh well. It doesn't matter. We're
You
good.
chose the wrong enemy. Conflict is pitiless.
There's no harm in sharing good fortunes.
Time for the master stroke.
We'll do this
Radiant
just so
spirit.
we can get
Heed my
additional
word.
points on his lightning
Show
lord.
no mercy.
Hey.
No holding back. Clouds are easily scattered.
Here, there's thunder.
Let's just use her
Dreams
burst.
of a past life are now
Ultimate.
all gone. The life is as a speck of dust. It dances still in grace.
That's such a cool burst animation. I keep saying burst. Oh my gosh, it's ult. Ultimate. Okay.
Redemption.
I'll see you off.
We're all dying a little bit.
Receive.
That's okay.
Divinity.
I can't thank you enough.
I won't hold.
Girl, you're doing no damage.
Conflict is pitiless.
Awesome. We did it. We did it. We did it.
How can it be? Why are there still so many of them?
Alright, took a brief break to go to the bathroom and put my laundry in the dryer, but we're back. So if you hear like rumbling sounds in the background, it's probably the dryer. Okay. How can it be? Why are there still so many of them? It's like the voice said, you gotta accept them.
Weren't defeated either.
Gotta
As I said
accept them.
before, you can't defeat them.
Oh yeah, there she is.
No one can.
I suspected it was Runmei.
You can fall into the darkness and die alongside these scars of the destruction. Or bring them with you when you return to the world here. These are your two choices.
It's like she can either accept what happened to her with the destruction in Xynthia and all that, or she can like succumb to it essentially. I think that's kind of the choices being presented to her.
Return to the world? What are you saying?
Oh, or maybe like this is like the Pepeshi seeing what Tingyun went through.
No wonder those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now? Close, but not quite. So, I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo? You can think of it that way. Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal?
Is that such a bad thing?
I don't understand.
I mean, it is.
You appear to be trying to save me, Benefactor. But why are you telling me all this?
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world or not.
So that's
Be
the
that
question
as it
she
may,
had to face.
I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with. You may also prove yourself to be the exception. I would also be pleased with that result.
Runmei really said, oh, wait, it looks like she's quoting something, but I was like, that's so Runmei to be like, oh, you could die, and that would also be very interesting to me in my experiments and my research. Unless that's just how her words have always been this whole time, and I just wasn't paying attention. You gotta make a decision, Ting Yun.
How troublesome. But I suppose that's part of living.
Survival or destruction is no longer
Oh yeah, that's just
a choice
always
for you.
what it's not like
May
she's
both
quoting, it's
now
just
grow along the same path.
kind of representing that Runmei. It's just kind of speaking right into her mind and not actually there in person, speaking with her as we see it.
And only by walking
As
this
Ting Yun
path
imagines it.
will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side.
Oh, she woke up.
Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first victory in this tug of war. It's a good start.
This is...
Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. By all rights, you should not have survived. But someone didn't agree with that assessment. And it just so happens, I was able to fulfill his request.
Whose
What
request?
about the other merchants?
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager, who destroyed your body and spirit.
But somehow she made it through.
You were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about you for herself meant she needed time, so you were spared instant annihilation.
So she didn't instantly die.
There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you.
So she came very, very close to death, but did not
My
actually
body
die.
feels strange.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. You'd be in excruciating pain. Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay with you for the rest of your life. To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. Or more specifically, your tail. You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately, the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity.
Regardless, I'm grateful to you for saving my life.
It's kind of like with any traumatic incident. You survive and you say, well, it's good that I survived, but then you come away with it with like scars, trauma, just emotions that are difficult to work through. And I just think that's true of any situation like this, so.
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction.
Oh, really?
With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me is clear.
Oh, Luocha. Traveling merchant, yes. I was like, who? Because it said, like, he brought you to me. And I was like, who's he? But traveling merchant, it was Luocha.
Who? Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little longer.
How I feel every time they talk about
By the
Luocha.
time you wake up,
who? Don't worry about it.
You won't remember any of these details.
There's so many things about Luocha we still don't know about. Like, we still don't really, like, we kind of know what's in the coffin. Like, I suspect it's a dead Eon that he wants to resurrect. Ugh. Like, that's my suspicion. But, like, we really still don't know that much about him. Like, where he came from, where he's going, what his actual end goal is. Like, please reveal that at some point, Hoyoverse. Like, don't let it be just a mystery forever.
I'll arrange for someone to send you home. Which reminds me, you seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you. You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery to hear more about your past.
The Astral Express. At this point, past events revealed by the tuning receded to the darkness once more. Yeah, I guess this was what the Pepeshi saw? Or did everyone see it? 1 week? Was this just 1 week's mind? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it was.
Are you alright?
Did I pass out?
We're just not about to make a memorial portrait of you. I'll just say only for a little while.
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead. This is no ordinary woman.
She's been through a lot.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you anymore. Miss Tingyun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death. While she miraculously escaped with her life, her body suffered terrible injuries beyond all power to heal.
But something happened to change that outcome?
Yes, a genius got involved. She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences and managed to grant Miss Tingyun a shot at survival. After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Tingyun back home. We made a stop at Penacony along the way, partly to allow her some time to convalesce.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream. I didn't expect so many mishaps to happen.
That's all right. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? I feel like I've been asleep for 10 years.
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway. We drew some attention with that commotion earlier.
Shortly after, we're all just sitting down, sipping drinks, having a lovely time. Yeah, sure. Interesting that you bring that up now.
So glad again. I'm a local, you know.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Tingyun is resolved, are we meeting your other two companions next?
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 Week is in poor condition, so let's wrap up your farewells first. I'll leave Miss Tingyun in your hands.
Huh? But, Mr. Yang, the messenger from the Xianzhou is almost here. You're not coming with us?
I trust that you can handle it. Besides,
it's not that big of a deal.
She'll be able to handle any decisions should you run into any difficulties.
It's like, also, we're not leaving Sunday all by himself. We don't trust him.
Okay.
Apparently.
You better hurry then.
No, we don't know. That's at the same time, we like the Trailblazer and everyone doesn't really know his full story. So discuss the next step with others. Oh, oops.
Where are you planning to go next?
Could you give me some time to think about it?
Oh, okay.
Shall we keep going then?
What are we doing here? Where are we going?
Did you forget already? Miss Tingyun is going back to the Alliance, so we're here to help her pick out souvenirs.
I'm not too familiar with this planet. I'm worried an unscrupulous cutthroat merchant will try to take advantage of me.
Luckily, the people I want to buy these gifts for are friends you already know on the Xianzhou. So I'll be counting on both your stakeholder intuitions for recommendations.
As if a merchant could seriously take advantage of you.
No, I already picked up a few gifts earlier. So that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time. So we better not drag our feet.
A beast star. Animal lover. Beast star? What? Alright, I guess... Should I go this way? Oh, I can just... I'll just teleport here. That seems most reasonable. I guess we're just leaving Sunday alone for now. While we figure things out with Tingyun. That works, I suppose.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the Dreamscape, so I wanted to buy some local specialties as souvenirs for my friends back home. My 2 friends here are more familiar with the Dreamscape and recommended your shop, so I'm here to take a look.
Why, you really know how to flatter. Go ahead, browse all you like.
That's the power of being an ambassador, I think. She
Lady
knows how to
Fugitive
flatter.
of the Divination Commission. What do you think best suits her?
What? What are these recommendations? I'll say clocky eye mask.
Did you pick that because of her third eye?
I was like, I don't know what to pick out.
A meticulously thought out and interesting suggestion. It'll make for a novel gift. Let's go with that.
Oh, okay.
Next is General Jingyuan.
My love? We can give Jingyuan my love as a gift. Okay, sorry. Some Penguin shares, Dreamjoy Memoir film reel. Send him a division of elite fighters. How about Dreamjoy Memoir film reel?
Come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the planet of festivities. I think the General will like this gift. Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the Alchemy Commission. She loves excitement.
Okay, Soulglad syrup, hamster ball, night hair clip, Holovian wings accessory. Does she really need a hair clip? The hair clip is kind of fun. I feel like the bottom 2. Soulglad syrup is like, who cares? I feel like I'm selecting the middle one for all of them, maybe because it's the most basic, or like it's the correct one. Let's do hamster ball, night hair clip.
You carry yourself with such dignity and grace, but you still have the heart of a child. Lady Bailu loves
Yeah, of course
these
I do,
types of
yeah.
accessories. Let's go with your suggestion. That's all of them. Please wrap them up for me. Thanks to both your help, everything went smoother than I expected. And it looks like we still have some time to spare.
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape sales store? You can find memory bubbles pretty much anywhere, but Penacony's dream bubbles are extraordinary. Even if we don't get them as gifts, we can keep them as souvenirs for ourselves.
A souvenir for myself. That's definitely an idea I can get behind. But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this is our last stop, could I have a word with you two in private? Perhaps somewhere more secluded. I'd like to discuss a personal matter.
What could it be, Miss Tingyun? Not getting to the end of the quest, but getting to the end of where I want to film for today. I'm guessing I'll just do a couple more cutscenes, and then we'll call it good.
Miss Tingyun, what's this about?
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm truly grateful and can't thank you enough. But there are some things I find difficult to forget. I feel it's only right that I tell you what's on my mind before we part ways. Do you two still remember what it was like when you first saw me?
Yeah, I'd say so,
How could
yeah.
we forget? She was so shocked. She was frozen in place when she shouted.
Tingyun? How?
Exactly.
It's like, I don't know.
That's precisely why I haven't been able to shake off this strange feeling in the days since I started traveling with you.
Okay, first I thought they talked about when we first met her, like, on the CN show, and I was like, I don't know what I thought.
When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this first encounter was actually a long-awaited reunion for you. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Phantilia's disguise was so perfect, it was like another me tricking everyone.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell when you were replaced by Phantilia. I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But it was much earlier than that.
Yeah,
That
really
has me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my life had been stolen away, and I had no part in it.
I mean, yeah,
That's
it's
what I've
pretty
been
much exactly
puzzled
what
about,
happened.
too. I never actually saw how Phantilia managed to disguise herself as me. What was your impression of that Tingyun, if you recall?
I will say, a bit mysterious.
That's just the nature of the Foxians. It's widely known that mystery is the key to our allure. So, what did she seem like to you?
A shrewd merchant.
I'll just assume that's a compliment. Maybe next time you could just say silver-tongued. Was there anything particularly memorable?
March 7th said you were bossy.
Hey, no tattling!
Now the final question. In your eyes, am I just like the Tingyun you remember?
That's not important.
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Tingyun. Why compare yourself to an imposter?
Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
At first I thought she meant if she was the same. I guess she's asking if she seems the same as the Phantilia version of herself. It's like, well, no, you seem much less enthusiastic and a little bit depressed.
As a merchant, staying well-informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Lawfu before I return. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but in that case...
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
Exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself.
I mean, it's probably the power of a Lord Ravager.
I regret missing out on your Xianzhou journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there. This leads me to consider another possibility. Phantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must take something back from her as well. But after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value is the bond I have with all of you.
I feel like we didn't know her that long,
That thought
though.
has brought me great comfort.
But I'm glad you think this way.
And now I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. I should have treated you with respect, but fear of Phantilia made me act like somebody else. And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. And it should begin with a proper acknowledgement. Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you.
Yay! I'm still a bit confused. I'll just say, you're welcome.
Looks like we're off to a good start. Moving forward, I'll definitely be trying more things like this from now on. And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Miss Ting-Yoon, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky decisions. It might overwhelm her.
We'll see. I just hope the Ting-Yoon in your memories won't be tainted by Phantilia anymore.
Oh, she won't. We knew that wasn't really
no more
you.
Questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Let's continue on our way.
I will say that did seem like a very real and like heartfelt conversation. I don't know. I was like, oh. I'm like kind of touched by it, but the thing is I'm not too attached to Ting-Yoon, mainly because I kind of forgot about her after everything, but I think this is like a good way to bring her back into the story and like show what happened to her and that she didn't just run off or anything, like, I don't know. She didn't just die. Please don't call her big sister. It's time to make a big blank. Okay. Help Ting-Yoon recover her form. Apparitional return. This is not yet the end. Please remain silent for a while longer in smiles. Answer Ting-Yoon's final question as she departs. Aw. Okay, we need to do... Looks like there's a dream bubble thing we're gonna do. Alright, Dr. Edward, what you got?
To the Dreamscape sales store. Dr. Edward at your service.
We're looking for some dreams to give as gifts. Something exotic and preferably captivating.
Just a friendly reminder. Being too picky won't help you find the best dream. Just to dampen your spirits ahead of time. That being said, there are always some lucky exceptions. Not too long ago, I procured a dream bubble that sounds perfect for you. The story unfolds in the Shenzhou Alliance, where a young sword master strives to become the sword champion. However, this junior Foxian sword who just turned 100 puts him in a tough spot.
What is this?
Why does that sound oddly familiar?
Since I'm returning to the Xianzhou, I think it's better to choose something unrelated to the Alliance. Feel free to pick a few for me.
I love customers. So easy to work.
So she's like, just get me whatever.
So easy to take advantage of, you mean? Just don't pick anything weird, okay?
Oh, speaking of dreamscapes, I have a gift for you, my benefactors. After troubling you all this time, I couldn't leave without properly expressing my thanks. Here's a dream bubble for you. I hope you enjoy it.
Yay, a dream bubble.
That's really nice of you.
Here are the dream bubbles I prepared. Thank you for your business.
Well, it looks like everything's finally in order. I suppose it's time to head back?
Probably. Okay, I guess... Oh, Ting-Yoon's dream bubble. Aw. Okay, so I'm just gonna think that... Where am I supposed to go? Go to the Radiant Feldspar. Okay, oops, that's not what I meant to do. It's fine if I do that, though. Radiant Feldspar. Let's teleport here, I guess, or here. Why not?
I can't believe it's time for Miss Ting-Yoon to leave. I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet.
Oh, March. Ugh, my laptop's kind of lagging here. Himiko. You're back.
Yeah, we got delayed on the way. Mr. Yang will explain in detail when he gets back. Has the messenger from the Xianzhou arrived yet?
Yes, we've been chatting for a while. Turns out she's an old acquaintance of yours. Who is it, I wonder? Looks like Ronmei. Oh no, it's Yukong. I don't know why I thought that.
See, everyone.
I mean, they're all Xianzhou. They all have like the same outfit, so it's fine. Yukong.
Madame Yukong?
I've imagined this moment many times.
Right, because didn't Yukong raise Tingyun? Like, I don't think... Or is Tingyun actually her daughter? I forget. Or not. I don't remember. I don't remember. I know... Because Yukong has a daughter that isn't her biological daughter. Like, it was like her friend's daughter, but the friend died, so she raised her. I forget what that character's name was, but...
I was worried I might embarrass myself in front of you. I even rehearsed every word beforehand. But now it seems it was unnecessary.
Yay, reunion.
I'm here to take you home.
You two must have a lot to catch up on after being apart for so long. We'll give you some space. Yeah. Reunited at last.
Madame Yukong, I wasn't expecting it to be you. What a wonderful surprise.
I wanted to come because, after all, it's you who's coming home.
Yeah, me of all people.
Your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. What more could I ask for? Also, it's not all bad. I might even beat you at arm wrestling now.
You're still the same, carefree as always. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it for the road. It's a long journey back to the Luofu. Even if we can't completely rid you of the pain, there must be ways to alleviate it on the Xianzhou.
I have no doubt. But since we're alone here, may I ask you one more thing? Do I really have to go back to the Luofu?
Does she not want to go back?
Why? You don't want to?
Despite Phantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me when I should have been eliminated. And why did Miss Ron Mei, who has no ties to the Xianzhou, go out of her way to save me? It seems as if I've become a pawn in someone else's game.
There are people within the Alliance who also believe that the suspect is now on the Yuchua.
If that's the case, it's all the more reason for me not to return to the Luofu and complicate things. I might as well take advantage of this situation.
Take advantage of the situation? What do you mean?
Right now, the marks of ruin inside me maintain a delicate balance. Moreover, they were created by Phantilia herself. If possible, please inform the General and arrange for me to meet with the Marshal. Maybe this body of mine can help the Alliance get one step closer to the Xianzhou's enemies.
When Ron Mei visited the Luofu earlier, she mentioned what happened to you. This coincided with when the message sent by the Astral Express arrived. The Arbiter Generals concluded that Phantilia did not intend for you to survive. If utilized strategically, this could give the Alliance an element of surprise.
So they think there's probably someone else behind everything that happened? And they're saying the suspect might be on the Yuchua? I don't really know what they're saying. It's like I listen and then I don't always entirely comprehend. It sounds like, though, at least Tingyun wants the Xianzhou to use what happened to her as a way to analyze their opponents and potentially overcome them.
If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. But before making any decisions, I want to know what you think. If you wish to go home, I'll support you, no matter what others may say.
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing what those people may say.
The road ahead is perilous. If you decide to take it, I won't stop you. Maybe I'm being selfish, but I still want to know. Are you choosing this because it's what you really want?
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. Perhaps it's what people call a blessing in disguise. There is someone who can attest to my true intentions. Please follow me. She should be around here somewhere.
Who?
Is that...
What?
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns, each embodying a different aspect of my memories. And one of them hasn't returned to me, because she ventured too far. Until now.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated by something that has deeply mesmerized me. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn. Her boarding this ship was solely down to her inner impulse.
Kind of like the wide-eyed, awestruck
Madame Yukon,
version of
do you
herself.
remember? Perhaps that was just an ordinary flight for you, but for a certain child, that was her first experience with the sky.
Of course I remember. Back then, you were still young enough for me to carry.
I just felt my stomach rumble. It is getting close to lunchtime for me, so probably after this cutscene is over, I'll be...
You probably still can. Want to give it a try?
I'll probably go get lunch and be done with this.
I'm afraid you'd be too heavy for me now.
Just kidding.
I remember you kept begging me to take you to the star skiff, and even dreamed of becoming a pilot. But once you were airborne, you were so nervous that you clung to others for dear life.
This flight was a turning point in my life. The boundless cosmos unfolded before me. I was completely mesmerized, not just by the view, but by a realization. In this world, there are paths beyond waiting for us to explore. Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the star skiff and wasn't much of a warrior, I still chose to travel around with the Merchant Guild. Even to this day, this thrill still courses through me.
That hasn't changed?
Never.
She just wants to keep exploring
Now
the universe,
I
I
can embark
guess.
once more on my journey as a traveler of no return, exploring the paths that lie beyond. Speaking of which, how are things with the Whistling Flames?
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme, and might not always follow your principles as a traveling merchant.
My principles. Forsake what others fight for, and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. I will continue to uphold my principles. But now I've also learned that while these merchant principles may apply to humans, they falter in the face of the gods.
But this shouldn't fall on your shoulders to begin with. You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
Madame Yukong, you were once a survivor in the war too, weren't you? In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember someone telling me that the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity. But
that's what Ranmei said.
Madame Yukong, the gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
She wants to make the Eons pay?
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns? If I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn.
I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox. Not caught up in this war.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Ravager, I've become a player in this game.
So I'm guessing her goal now is to explore the cosmos as a way to, like, make the Eons pay for using them? Or at least, like, maybe the Lord Ravagers, you know, stuff like that. People like that.
It's often the unassuming pawns,
those who use
the lone
others in
traveler,
their schemes.
or the worm that subdues the dragon, that leave even the best strategists helpless. So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust, and make those masterminds behind the curtains sneeze a few times.
A moment of silence lingers after that. Departure is often indistinguishable from parting, yet they are fortunate enough not to have to waver between the two. But luck never seems to favor everyone. Back to Sunday. Wow. No luck for my guy. Meanwhile, at Dream's Edge. Okay, well, I guess I have to get through this cutscene too.
Is this place also affected by the Order?
No, I'm just here to bid farewell. I changed my mind along the way. This journey has too many variables, so it shouldn't matter if we add another.
Aww.
How did you know she would be here?
I didn't. I had a hunch and decided to try my luck. It seems I can be lucky sometimes.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
I'm trying to change too.
I don't think you need a bystander in this scenario. Go on ahead.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity to escape?
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything to your advantage. But that everything does not include Miss Robin.
Thank you.
Now then, Mr. 1 Week.
I'm not leaving. No way.
Let him stay. He won't be in the way. I actually need 1 week to be there. She shouldn't be seen talking to a fugitive, no matter the circumstances.
You don't intend to reveal your true identity to her?
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell.
Sunday, no.
I shouldn't put her at risk for my selfishness.
As you wish.
Shall we go then?
Sunday, deep breath. Yeah, well,
Let's go.
got that.
Our journey can't begin if I can't take this first step.
Okay. Speak, memory. Wow, there's like a lot of heaviness, because I feel like the whole thing with Ting Yun is really heavy, and then this with Sunday. I depart so I can return, and by returning, I shall explain my departure. Meet the Xynthia messenger. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that's all for now. I don't know how much longer there is in the quest. I'm assuming there's a substantial bit more. I guess I'll record more, I guess, and if it's, like, really short, then it'll just be a really short video, but yeah, that's it for now. You know, hope you guys enjoyed, and I am, you know, curious to see what happens when Sunday talks to Robin, how that goes. I do feel bad. I feel bad for him. It's one of those things where I know what Sunday did was wrong, but I do feel for him at the same time. It's just that balance of I empathize with him, but I don't condone his actions. But curious to see what happens next, and I am wondering, you know, curious if you guys are pulling for anyone this patch. I know I talked about that in my Sunday video, but, you know, whatever. And, you know, how the quest has been for you. What else? I don't know, I don't really have... I was planning on, like, talking about other things during the video, but then, like, there's so much dialogue that it's kind of hard to talk about things. Like, I mentioned my Spotify Wrapped, but, you know, whatever. Alright, yeah, so that's all for now, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.